Well, hey everybody, Andy here. Thanks for joining me again today. And today we're going to talk about my Ultralight Cook Kit. And if you're new to the channel, this channel is all about backpacking, outdoor adventures, and gear. Most definitely gear. So if you're interested in any of those things, consider subscribing, and then you'll be alerted every time I post new content. And there is a lot of new content coming. So sit back and relax, and let's dive right in. So this is my Ultralight Cook Kit setup. I do this setup primarily when I'm doing solo backpacking and when I'm typically just rehydrating meals or making coffee. So if I'm doing anything additional, I'm going to bring extra gear. So for example, on my next outing, I'm going down to Red River Gorge. The first night I'll be cooking a steak. So I will actually be grilling a portable grill that I can then put over the fire and cook directly over the fire. So that would be an addition. But on most of my trips, this is all I need. So this is a Reflectix container that I made just with materials from the local hardware store. I use a Toaks titanium. This is the 650 milliliter cup. I previously was using the 550 milliliter cup, but what I didn't like was in that setup, the cup is just short enough that all the contents inside didn't fit and allow the lid to fit snugly on top. So I went and bumped it up to the 650 milliliter cup and really love this setup. So now it comes with a lid. You can strain with this, so if you're making any kind of ramen or pasta or anything that you want to cook directly into the cup and then strain it, it has that ability. I love that the locking mechanism for the latch on the top, if you slide that over, it won't fall down. So you can kind of keep that up. So as you're cooking, it makes it easier to kind of lock that in place, and then you can move it and collapse it when you're packing it back up. So comes with the lid. Inside I use, this is my Toaks titanium foldable spork, which I sometimes use the long-handled one as well, but I like that this one folds up and fits inside the cup where the long-handled one doesn't. So there's that. This is my ultralight stove. This is just the standard BRS 3000. It's a titanium stove you can buy on Amazon for less than 20 bucks, 15 bucks, something like that. It's pretty cheap. It's extremely small. It's just a little titanium stove that if all you're doing is boiling water, it's great. Now, one thing I will say about this stove too is it's extremely compact. So if you are cooking a pot or cup that's much larger than this, you may want to be aware of that. So if I'm bringing a larger pot or something else, I will typically use my Pocket Rocket 2, which is has a larger form factor. It's a little more stable with larger pots, but a small compact pot like this super lightweight stove and an inexpensive stove works great. I'll put the specs, everything down below so you can go and look. My lighterpack.com setup, it'll have all the prices, it'll have the weights for all of this so that you can see what each one looks like, and a little stuff sack for that. This one also fits nicely. This is 100 gram, 110 gram of fuel canister. So it fits, it nests perfectly into the cup, which is why I've selected these. I have a little sponge that I've just cut from a larger sponge because this is plenty big for what I'll be cleaning if I ever need to clean. And then a mini Bic lighter. So that's the basic setup. It's simple, it's easy. This setup is designed to be used primarily when all you need to do is boil water. So for example, on that upcoming backpacking trip, I'll be having, this is just an individual portion for the Mountain House breakfast skillet in a freezer bag, so I can boil water, pour it directly into my baggie, let it rehydrate. In the wintertime, I'll typically bring a little Reflectix container that I will rubber band shut, and I will let the food rehydrate in that so that it doesn't lose temperature. You typically, if you boil water, put it in here in the wintertime and wait 10 minutes for that to rehydrate, the temperature drops quite a bit, and it doesn't quite rehydrate as well sometimes. So keeping the temperature up is a plus. You can throw it in there. It's going to still be piping hot when you pull it out. So that type of meal. The other one I'll be doing is some dehydrated buffalo chicken. So the same type of thing. That one I can rehydrate directly in the bag. This is about probably 4 portions, so I've got to still portion that out. And then I'll be doing, kind of a boil in a bag type of thing. So you boil the water, you dump it in one of your meals, whether it's Mountain House. This one is the Packit Gourmet Texas State Fair chili. I'll be having on that trip. And I'll be making coffee. So all I really need is a stove that is compact, lightweight, self-contained, and can boil water efficiently. And this, it takes typically around 3 minutes to boil 500 to 650 milliliters in water. I'm usually never needing to boil much more than that. This one, for example, takes a cup and a half. So, this one has the measurements on the side. So 16 ounces is right here. So for 2 cups, anything less than that is pretty easy to do. And I don't think I have anything that's above 2 cups. Most of the meals that I have, even the double serving stuff, it's going to be 2 cups and under. So this ends up being a perfect size. So let's go ahead and weigh this now, and I'm going to weigh it with the canister. Well, let's weigh it first without the canister, and then we'll weigh it with the canister. This is a brand new canister, so it is completely full. So by itself, this is 134.2 grams, which it's about 4.73 ounces. So that's just for that container. If you add in, for winter conditions, the Reflectix, you're now at 5.56 ounces, or about 157.6 grams. So very light, extremely light. So let's go ahead and pack it back up like I had it before. Everything fits nice and snug in here. Nests perfectly. Stove. Lid. Top. Okay. And that comes to 368.5 grams. Or in ounces, showing right at 13.0 ounces. So less than a pound with fuel, everything that you need, nice and compact for any kind of overnight backpacking meal. That's my 2020 Ultralight Backpacking Cook Kit. Thanks for watching. If this has been helpful, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys next time. Be well.